How dare you say that I'm the one that got all of you pregnant? Kwabena thundered angrily as the girls began to sob. Yes, you are the one that got all of us here pregnant, and we are sure about that, one of the girls responded amidst tears. This is a story of a man who impregnated all the girls in the village and almost got away with it. Please watch this video till the end, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel in order to get more interesting educative folktales like this. Many years ago, in the quiet town of Ijara, there lived a young man named Kwabena. He was a medical doctor who both lived and worked in the town. He was known far and wide as the best doctor in Ijara, and everyone admired him for his dedication and passion to heal the sick and help the needy. Kwabena was so generous that sometimes he wouldn't take money from those who couldn't afford treatment. The poor in Ijara loved him because they knew he truly cared about their condition. Whenever a struggling person came to Kwabena for help, he would say, "Don't worry about the money. I understand how life is. Let me just treat you." But it wasn't just the poor people who adored him. The rich men and women of the community respected him too. They admired his discipline and selflessness, and they often gifted him cars, land, luxury watches, and money. With time, Kwabena became one of the wealthiest men in Ijara, and his growing fortune drew many women toward him. But Kwabena wasn't moved by all that. His time was spent mostly at the hospital. He barely had time for himself, and because of that, he stayed single for years. That was until the day he met Zainab. She had just completed her youth service and had secured a job at a bank in Ijara. She worked as a cashier handling deposits and withdrawals. One day, Kwabena came into the bank for a transaction, and Zainab was the one attending to him. While she processed his payment, she observed how people in the banking hall greeted Kwabena warmly. From every corner, men and women came to shake his hand, thank him, and speak briefly with him. She overheard them thanking him for treating their illnesses and even for helping without payment. From all she heard, Zainab realized Kwabena wasn't just a doctor, but a kind soul. This made her more curious about him. She hoped he would say something to her when he was done exchanging pleasantries with everyone. Now, besides his good name, Kwabena was also a strikingly handsome man. His tall build and broad shoulders matched his smooth, dark skin, which made him even more charming. His voice was deep, but warm and calming. That combination made Zainab deeply interested in getting to know him. Right then and there, she found herself falling for him. After the greetings were over, Kwabena returned his attention to his transaction. He apologized to Zainab for the delay and couldn't help but notice how beautiful she was. Zainab was tall, caramel-skinned, with a graceful figure. Her eyes sparkled and her soft voice could calm even the wildest storm. Kwabena wasn't the type to flirt, but something about Zainab pulled him in, and he decided to strike a genuine conversation. "My name is Dr. Kwabena, but you can just call me Kwabena. I've never seen you here before, and I come here often," he said. With a shy smile, Zainab replied, "I'm Zainab. I just completed my service year and started working here last week. That's probably why you've not seen me." Their conversation flowed, and it was clear they connected. Everyone around noticed how effortlessly they got along. Even the bank manager, Madame Ife, came out of her office to observe. Madame Ife was one of Kwabena's longtime patients. She too respected him deeply and admired him like the rest of the town. Walking toward them with a wide smile, she said, "Doctor, Kwabena, I've never seen you hold a chat like this with any lady before. You're always working hard and never have time for women. This lady must be special." Then turning to Zainab, she added, "My dear, you're lucky. All the single women in Ijara have tried to get his attention, but he never gives them any chance. Seems you're the lucky one." Then she left them smiling. Zainab was stunned. From how people respected Kwabena, she had guessed he was admired, but now it was clear that he truly had no woman in his life. That made her heart skip. Kwabena then asked if they could meet up later for dinner to talk more. Zainab tried to hide her excitement, but her smile gave her away. She said, "Sure, I'd love that. Just let me know where to meet you." As Kwabena left, her co-workers stared at her with admiration. Zainab couldn't wait for closing time. She was excited about her dinner date with him, but the day dragged on slowly. At last, it was 5 p.m. Time to leave. She packed her things and rushed home to get dressed. She picked her best gown for the occasion. By the time she arrived at the restaurant, Kwabena was already seated. He had reserved a special table, aiming to show Zainab how classy he could be. It was a high-end place that required prior booking, and Kwabena had made sure everything was perfect. Zainab was impressed by the elegance of the setup and his effort to make her feel special. As they ate, they shared stories about their lives, childhood, university, and family. Their laughter filled the table. The calm music in the background added a sweet touch to their night. Seeing how well they connected, Kwabena asked her to be his girlfriend. Zainab blushed. "You're bold asking on the first date." Kwabena chuckled and replied, "They say fortune favors the bold. I think fortune will favor me tonight." His charm amazed her, and she said yes. From there, their relationship blossomed. What neither of them knew was they were both virgins. Kwabena had never touched a woman, and Zainab had kept herself pure too. They had been in past relationships but stayed celibate. One day at Kwabena's house, they were discussing their future when the topic came up. Zainab said nervously, "Kwabena, I know we're in love and very close, and I'm sure one day we'll want to be intimate. But I have something to tell you. I'm a virgin, and I want to wait till marriage." She feared he would react negatively, but was surprised when he replied, "You are? Me too. I've never been with any woman. I'm also waiting for marriage." That moment brought them closer. It felt like fate. They agreed to get married in 6 months. They wanted time to grow their bond and connect with each other's families. They wanted to understand each other better before starting their lives together. Things were going great. Kwabena thrived at work, and Zainab got a promotion. Then came the 6th month. Their wedding was around the corner. They searched all over Ijara for a perfect venue, caterers, and decorators. All that remained was finding the right wedding gown. Zainab went to the market one day searching for it, and while moving from shop to shop, she bumped into her ex-boyfriend from university, Chidi. Chidi was her first boyfriend. Though they never got intimate, he always pressured her. Her refusal led to their breakup. "Halimat?" Chidi said, stepping closer. Zainab, surprised, greeted him politely. "What brings you here?" Chidi couldn't stop admiring how much she had matured. She was beautiful before, but now even more stunning, and his lust grew. "I came to look for suit material." "You?" "I'm getting married soon. I came to find a gown," she replied. Hearing that filled Chidi with jealousy. He masked it but was fuming inside. How can someone else take her when I never got to touch her? He thought, I must have her before her wedding day. So he lied. My sister sells amazing wedding gowns. She has some at my place. They'll look great on you. Wanna try? Zainab, unaware of his plan, agreed. But once they entered, Chidi locked the door and shut the curtains. She grew uneasy. Where's your sister? And the gowns? Why are you closing the curtains? She asked. Chidi's expression turned sinister. He had her right where he wanted her. He attacked her, and despite her resistance, he was stronger. He raped her. Laughing afterward, he said, Now I'm satisfied. Go marry whoever you want. He shoved her out and locked the door. Zainab was broken. How could she tell Kwabena she was no longer pure? How would she explain that the man who defiled her was her ex from university? She was devastated and didn't know what to do next. As she was still there in tears, thinking to herself, she felt a hand touch her from the back, and she turned sharply only to see someone she least expected.